Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers in this land.
This is Bishop Mariann Budde, an American prelate of the Episcopal Church, and here she is speaking at the National Prayer Service after Trump's inauguration, speaking from the heart of Christ to the heart of the President of the United States. A message of mercy, love, and peace. Pretty standard tenets of Christianity. I'm sure that President Trump, the president who for years has snuggled up the Christianity in America, held a Bible in front of a church after teargassing citizens who couldn't name his favorite Bible verse and who mispronounced 2 Corithians while giving a speech at a Bible college. I'm sure that Christian president took the message to heart and with grace, as we all do during a powerful sermon. So know then. Look at this. He says, she brought her church into the world of She brought her church into the world of politics in a very ungracious way. She was nasty in tone, not compelling or smart. She failed to mention the large number of illegal migrants that came into our country and killed people. Apart from the inappropriate statements of the service was very boring and an uninspiring one. She's not very good at her job. She and her church owe the public an apology. I'm going to go through these one at a time here. She brought the church into the world of politics. I'm sorry, what? Aren't you the guy that campaigned on making America a Christian nation again? What's more Christian than loving thy neighbor, caring for the sick, feeding the poor? That's literally the words of Jesus, my guy. What part of Christianity is it you want in there then? The part where they crucified Jesus by the sounds of it. She was nasty in tone, not compelling or smart. I'm fucking compelled, I can tell you that. She didn't say anything out of pocket and spoke it in the most gentle tone I've ever heard come out of anybody ever. What the fuck are you talking about? Here's the thing. I don't think he even heard it. Like, look at his face. He's not even there, man. He's not even paying attention. He didn't hear a fucking word she said and probably only knew about it after because somebody told him. She failed to mention the large number of illegal migrants that came into our country and killed people. 29. 29 is the answer to that. Horrible, yes, obviously. But when you compare it to the 19,223 that were committed by actual United States citizens, it's not as dramatic then, is it? And aside from that, the Bible is absolutely littered with verses describing exactly how to treat migrants. Leviticus 19:34 tells us to treat strangers as you would our own children, love them as you would ourselves. Exodus 22:21 tells us to not mistreat or oppress foreigners. Even in the New Testament, everybody knows this one. Matthew 25:35 tells us to welcome strangers, feed the hungry, and give to the thirsty. Deuteronomy 10:17-19, love foreigners because you were once foreigners in Egypt. Now see, that's weird because it almost looks like the Christian thing to do when migrants are in your land is the exact opposite of what the Christian president is saying we should do. If Jesus showed up in America today, the Christians of that country would deport him. Actually, if how they're treating Bishop Mariann any indication, they'd actually probably crucify him again. She's not very good at her job. She and the church owe the public an apology. Bishop Mariann Budde did exactly what any godly pastor worth their weight in salt should do, and that is to speak truth to power. That was literally what she did, and that's literally what the Bible calls us to do. She did exactly what her job is and what her God calls her to do. And I've seen nothing from the evangelical right praising her for it. Instead, I see thousands of so-called Christians who probably never picked up a Bible in the first place, calling her down to the dirt. Even worse, I've seen pastors and preachers, people I know and love, who I know read the Bible, do the same, and go so far as to say she's not even a real bishop. I'm so fucking angry at my own people, and frustrated and sad. But honestly, I'm also so fucking relieved that someone has finally said what I've known in my heart for a very long time. I'm so tired of people like Trump and the fucking ghoulish Republicans who are calling for her to be deported. Deported to where? New Jersey? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's a United States citizen. These fake Christians making evil demonic money and hate-first practices in the name of God and Christianity, I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm tired of them. Clothing the poor, feeding the hungry, and healing the sick, loving thy neighbor, these shouldn't be radical ideas. These certainly shouldn't be left-wing radical ideas when the right claims to be the Christian party. But honestly, if they think that Bishop Mariann is radical, just wait until they hear about Jesus.